Well, I'm Al Simpson, and I want to speak very clearly for Sandy Newsome. Here's a wonderful gal who's been here 37 years, and what has she done? Everything. Volunteer for this, volunteer for that. She's not volunteering, she's with organizations, all for the betterment of Cody and Park County. And she's done a great job in the legislature, and she'll do another great job when she gets reelected. If anybody thinks that the legislature is just a big social event, you're goofy. It's tough. It's the driest form of human existence. You've got bills all over the place. You've got to read them if you're smart. You got to do your homework if you're really smart, and that's what she does. And then you got to get into the debate. That's what you do. And then you protect the bill as it goes through this sausage making of a conference committee under the governor's signature and the whole works. So it's just not a time to have fun down in Cheyenne with your pals and vote no. Anytime you're in doubt, you just vote no, which makes you a real cipher. Or if you go down there and you're told how to vote, then you are really just a robot. You don't need robots in Cheyenne. You need people with brains who think and produce and use their common sense, and that's her. The other thing that's fascinating to me, I probably voted 5,000 times, state legislature, U.S. Senate, and if they love you, they'll pick 10 of the votes that you've done that make you look like the Prince of Peace. If they don't like you, they'll pick 10 votes that make you look like Jack the Ripper. And that's a nutty way to do business. And furthermore, if you see some of the votes that Sandy has taken, the vote total on it would be 35, 40. Well, guess who else is casting the votes? The same Republicans that are with her. This is nuts. But anyway, if they want to play that game, they can. But there's certainly one thing you want to remember. Harry Truman had it right. They accused him of giving the Republicans hell. He said, I don't give them hell. I give them the truth, and they think it's hell. So there's a truth you want to look at. It's not about hell. And that is the record of her opponent in Hot Springs County. It's public record. She failed. She was guilty of negligence in her work. She was the county clerk. They had a hospital bond issue. The people voted for it. The taxpayers of the district voted for it, and it passed. And she failed to certify that election. When they're ready to go to raise the bucks of the people who decided to tax themselves, there was nothing they could do. So to save the hospital, which was dilapidated, they went down to Cheyenne and got the money from the Select Commission, which are the 5 elected authorities. $440,000. You can look it up. So, because of her negligence and ineptitude, look it up, get the copy of the Thermopolis Independent Record, contact the people who are involved with the hospital district. This is important. This is called doing your research. It's critical. And then you'll find what happened to her, and that then the taxpayers of Wyoming, who she speaks of preciously, like me, got stuck for 420 grand when the taxpayers of the district who were ready to get stuck were abandoned because of her ineptitude. You need to look that up. All you have to do is contact people in the county. Then she ran for re-election. She was appointed first, and then she ran for it and won. And then she ran for re-election, and she was best described as humiliated in the election results. It must have been a very sad thing for her. It is. You're in politics, it's a pretty intimate decision. They're pulling the lever on whether they like you or they don't. She was very hurt. I understand that. And they said, what are you going to do? And she said, I'm going to move to Park County, be more friendly over there. Well, I don't mind her coming to Park County, but if she's going to bring that same lack of skill and alertness, it's not someone you want in the legislature representing you. If anyone wants to check these things out, call me an evil old poop. I'll be glad to share it all with you. It's called Doing Your Research of an Opponent. And furthermore, an attack unanswered is an attack believed. So if they're starting to drop bombs and shells all over Sandy, you want to remember she's going to respond. She did a beautiful job the other day of responding to the 10 deadly sins of whatever, the beautiful, wretched piece. And she responded to that on every single thing she did and why. So if you want to keep lobbing those mortar shells in there and think that she's not going to respond, have a good lunch. Thanks.